Today we're going to talk about the IWC Big Pilot 43. Welcome back everyone to another episode, and today I have the pleasure of talking about a watch and a brand that I have been wanting to talk about for quite some time. I have been following IWC for, many years now. When I thought about IWC, I always thought about one specific watch, and that was the IWC Big Pilot's watch. A super iconic watch and very big as well. IWC did a very clever thing, making their iconic watch a tad bit smaller. But before I go into detail with the watch, let me tell you a little story. A couple of months ago, I had the pleasure of visiting the IWC manufacturer. I was amazed on how much attention to detail and love for quality IWC has. It was an amazing trip, and the one thing that I learned during this trip was that there is more to a watch than merely seeing it at your local dealer, boutique, having other watch collectors talk about it, because if you are able to experience the brand itself from a manufacturing level, then this gives a lot more of context when diving into a brand and making a purchase of a watch like this. And besides that, I wanted to thank IWC for having us, and obviously I wanted to thank IWC making it possible for me to try out their IWC Big Pilot 43. Let's talk about the watch. The thing that I like about it particularly are the dimensions. So we have a case diameter of 43 millimeters and a thickness of 13.6 millimeters, making this watch much thinner than other Pilot's watches of IWC, and definitely much thinner and smaller compared to the Big Pilot's watch, which has 46 millimeters in case diameter and I think above 15 millimeters in thickness. But that's not all I like about this watch. This blue dial in its minimalist form is something that I find personally really intriguing. I like these minimalist dials. For me, there's no need for a date. There's no need for any other things that are going on the dial. The other thing that I like about the dial is the face itself. It's super clean, it's super minimalistic, and it is super wearable on an everyday basis. There's no situation basically where you cannot wear this watch. Yes, probably you would not wear this watch to like a super formal event, going to the opera and stuff like that, but hey, if you need a dress watch, you will wear a dress watch with a tuxedo or something else. And obviously this is not. But in an everyday situation, this watch is very good. It has 100 meters of water resistance, it has a screw down crown, and it has the signature Big Pilot's crown, which I personally really like. Packaging this thing all up into one watch, there's one more thing that I'd like to add here, and this is the option to change straps. So IWC implemented a system making that their watches have a quick exchange mechanism. The thing that you have here is like a hook system. You press a button and you unhook the strap, and the same thing goes for adding a different strap, you just hook it in. This currently only works with the IWC straps, and IWC has a very big selection of different kinds of straps in colors, in materials that you could choose from. Although you have this quick exchange mechanism, you can take out the push pin that is on the case of the watch, making it so that you can add any strap you want, given it's in 21 millimeters, sadly. That being said, overall, it's a very good watch. You have a open case back where you can look at the movement. The movement is a manufacturer movement with 60 hours of power reserve. And the fact that you have the option to mix and match different kinds of straps, like for example, the limited edition Mr. Sabotage strap that I had here, works very nicely with the blue dial, gives you the opportunity to make it your own watch. And this is something that I really like. The watch sits great on the wrist. This is something that I always look for. Even though it's a bigger watch, the 43 millimeters are very wearable on my 16.5 centimeter wrist. And for me, that's a very, very important fact. If the watch does not feel good on the wrist, then obviously it's not a watch that I will be into, even though it might look superb and everything. But if it doesn't feel comfortable, it's obviously not going to be a watch that I would like to wear. In my opinion, it was a great move of IWC making their iconic Big Pilot's watch just a little bit smaller. That's it about this watch. If you have any questions regarding the watch, put them down below into the comment section. You will find all the links to the watch and to everything else in the description. If you'd like to check out a couple of more pictures of the watch, definitely check out my Instagram. That being said, this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, if you feel like it, put a thumbs up. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.